Hello and welcome to this course on hospitality laws and travels. Whether you aim to be a hotel manager, a travel coordinator, or work in a resort, cruise, or any guest service environment, you will find that the law is always present, whether you notice it or not. Laws in hospitality are not abstract. They define how you deal with guests, how you advertise prices, how you handle bookings, and what happens if things go wrong. In this course, we will walk through the foundational legal knowledge you need in hospitality, not as lawyers, but as practitioners who want to stay compliant, avoid disputes, and deliver excellent service. Module 1 focuses on why hospitality law exists and its importance. The rules around booking contracts. Price display obligations. Registering guests and dealing with overbooking. Module 2 will then cover inns and hotels in legal terms. The rights and duties of proprietors and guests. The rights of an innkeeper. The concept of innkeeper strict liability and the legal scope of hotel premises. 1. Why hospitality law matters. Let's begin with a simple truth. Hospitality is a service industry with high human contact. Guests bring with them expectations, and you, or the establishment, bring promises. Where promises and expectations meet, there must be rules, because not every situation will go perfectly. Hospitality law exists to protect guests from unfair treatment or unsafe conditions. Protect establishments from unreasonable demands or fraudulent claims. Ensure fair competition and accurate advertising. Define liabilities when problems arise. Without these rules, disputes would have to be negotiated from scratch each time, which is neither efficient nor fair. 2. Booking contracts. One of the most common points of legal interaction in hospitality is the booking, the agreement between a guest and an establishment to provide accommodation or services for a price. A booking is not just an informal arrangement, it is a contract, even if it's made verbally or through an online form. In legal terms, a valid booking contract generally includes an offer, the hotel offers a room at certain terms. Acceptance, the guest agrees to take the room under those terms. Consideration, the price or deposit paid. 2.1 Forms of booking. Bookings can be direct, made in person, over the phone, via the hotel's website. Through third parties, travel agents, booking platforms, tour operators. The legal terms can differ depending on who the contract is technically with. For example, booking through a third-party site often means you are contracting with that site, not directly with the hotel, unless specified. 2.2 Confirmation and cancellations. A best practice in hospitality law is written confirmation. This avoids misunderstandings about dates, prices, or special requests. Cancellation policies must be clear and visible before the booking is finalized. Some jurisdictions legally require hotels to disclose any fees or penalties for cancellation upfront. For example, flexible cancellation policy, no penalty if cancelled within a certain time frame. Non-refundable booking, lower price, but payment is kept if cancelled. 2.3 Overbooking risks. Hotels sometimes accept more bookings than available rooms to account for no-shows. While this can make business sense, it is a legal and reputational risk. If all guests arrive, the hotel has a contractual duty to provide the agreed service or arrange an alternative of equal or better quality at no extra cost to the guest. Failure to honor a booking can lead to claims for breach of contract and even damages for inconvenience. 3. Price display. Price transparency is another major legal requirement. Guests have a right to know what they will pay before committing. Most countries have consumer protection laws that require clear display of accommodation rates at the reception or online. Inclusion of taxes, mandatory fees, and surcharges in the displayed price. No hidden cost after the booking is made. 3.1 Misleading price practices. For example, advertising a room for a low nightly rate but adding mandatory service charges or resort fees later without disclosure can be considered false advertising or misrepresentation. This is not just bad for reputation, it can be illegal. 3.2 Seasonal and dynamic pricing. Dynamic pricing, where rates change depending on demand, is legal in most countries, but must be transparent. Guests must see the current rate at the time of booking, and any discounts or offers must be genuine. 4. Registering guests. In many jurisdictions, hotels are legally required to keep a register of guests for security and administrative purposes. This record can be used by law enforcement if needed. A typical guest register will include full name, address, contact information, date and time of arrival, date and time of departure, identification number, passport, ID card, driver's license. 4.1 Privacy considerations. While record keeping is required, privacy laws govern how guest data is stored and used. Hotels must keep records secure from unauthorized access. Only collect necessary information. Not use personal data for marketing without consent. 5. Overbooking. Overbooking, when the number of bookings exceeds available capacity, is a common challenge in hospitality operations. While we touched on it earlier, here we'll go deeper into the legal and practical implications. 5.1 Legal consequences. If a confirmed guest arrives and no room is available, the hotel must arrange and pay for comparable accommodation elsewhere. The hotel must cover transportation to the alternative accommodation. In some cases, the guest may claim additional damages for distress or loss of convenience. 5.2 Preventive measures. To reduce legal exposure, hotels should monitor booking levels closely. Set clear overbooking policies. Use reservation systems that track live availability. So far, we've covered the importance of hospitality law for protecting both guests and businesses, how booking contracts work and why written confirmation is crucial, the legal need for price transparency, the requirement for guest registration and privacy compliance, the risks and obligations around overbooking. In Module 2, we will explore the legal definition of inns and hotels, the rights and duties of both proprietors and guests, the scope of innkeeper rights, what exactly counts as hotel premises, and the critical issue of innkeeper strict liability.